Hello beautiful people, it is Monday, back to another week, back to another YouTube video. This week we're doing something a little bit different. Usually we start with a workout. Today we're starting with an Instacart order. I just got my Instacart order delivered. I am a Costco stan, always going with the Costco bulk orders. Gonna start this video by going through that order, what that typically looks like. What are we putting into our body? What are we eating? Training for a 70.3. Let's do it. Before we get into this, I'm gonna answer two questions you're probably already asking yourself. One, why do you order from Costco? Two, why do you use Instacart? Pretty obvious, Costco's goated, first and foremost. I also eat a shit ton of food. I eat a lot of food. You guys are gonna find out very quickly. So I like to bulk order once every about 2 weeks. I can also get stuff for the little man, as far as like little snacks, things like that. And I can get a shitload of fruit for a great price, which we will get into in a second. Secondly, Instacart. I freaking love Instacart. I do understand it's a little bit pricier, right? Some of the prices are raised, I believe, on the Instacart app versus in real life at the store, but I think it's relatively small, and I'm happy to pay the tip amount, which is typically like, I don't know, $20 plus maybe $10 to $15 more of fees in order to not spend at least, at the very bare minimum, an hour of my time fighting the crowds at Costco. And the last reason, I tend to go into Costco and buy something I totally don't need. Last time I was there, we bought a vacuum cleaner. Time before that, we bought a TV. So to save myself money long term, I think it's better if somebody else does my Costco shopping. So I got a couple boxes down here. I'm going to try and group things together. All right. Ooh. Organic baby spinach. I have a salad probably 3 or 4 times a week. This is always the base. Raspberries, favorite of my son and favorite of me to put in my yogurt snack bowls. Same thing with blueberries. We eat so much fruit in this house, it's actually ridiculous. A lot of berries going down. So always buying in bulk on the little berry packs. Cherry tomatoes. I eat these with my avocado toast every single morning. I put them on top. You guys will see here soon. I also love these in the salads that I'm making. Oh, let's get the big boy out. I actually have not ordered a watermelon before. I don't know how to tell if she's ripe or not. Hopefully my Instacart orderer made a good decision. Cosmic Crisp apples. As a quick side note, I usually get the 6-pack of avocados from the store and a pack of organic bananas, or 2. They were out of stock, so I had wifey get those in her separate Instacart order. Sweet potatoes. You guys have heard me rant and rave about sweet potatoes in the past. My favorite carbohydrate source in the game. I have at least 2 sweet potatoes pretty much every day. And I literally buy 3 bags at a time because I go through them that fast. And we got the All Blues, the heirloom fresh free-range eggs. I usually get the brown eggs. They were out of stock, so I'm excited to actually try these and see if they taste any different from the other ones. So delicious coconut milk for my smoothies and as my main milk source. I also am not opposed to canned vegetables. Now I do prefer frozen vegetables, and that is because frozen vegetables are actually the best option for you, better than fresh vegetables, better than obviously canned vegetables. Because they are flash frozen when they are picked, when they are harvested, they contain the most nutrients, whereas fresh vegetables, they lose some of that in transportation by the time they actually make it to the store. So anytime I can, I try to opt for frozen vegetables, but I'd rather get in some vegetables than no vegetables, and sometimes you're short on time, so that's when I go with the canned option. Speaking of frozen veggies, I always be rocking with the broccoli florets. This is my go-to from Costco. I also got the Normandy blend, and I love these two because it's easy to pop into the air fryer for 10 minutes and you have a whole serving. Keeping it on the frozen train, the triple berry blend, frozen fruit here. It's raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. I use these twofold. 1, I put them in my yogurt bowls at the end of the day, and 2, I use them for my smoothies. So that's why I have 2 bags here. Here are some other quick hit options for protein choices. These teriyaki pineapple meatballs. If you ever had these, you know what I'm talking about. These are absolutely fire. They're so good. I throw these in the air fryer for 10-15 minutes and they're ready to rock. And then I also grabbed some smoked chicken sausage this week. Don't usually get this. This is a newbie for me, so we're gonna try it out. But again, sometimes it's always good to have some quick protein options. I'm not gonna pull this all the way out. These are my organic chicken thighs, boneless and skinless. A little bit more expensive, but worth it for the quality that you're getting there. Last thing here, kosher baby dills. I was not a pickle guy growing up. I am now a pickle guy. I love these as a little appetizer before dinner. If I don't want to worry about counting calories, counting macros, or adding anything, then I will just eat a couple of these guys because they are quite literally 0 calories. I don't know if you know this, but pickles are 0 calories. I think we're at the tail end of it here. I got the Oikos 000 yogurt packs. I have also gotten the Kirkland like non-fat Greek yogurt in the past. I like this better. I will take 2 of these, put it in a yogurt bowl, mix it with my frozen fruit. It is bomb. Doesn't need honey, doesn't need anything else. I have one of those pretty much every day. You are gonna see here shortly what that actually looks like. Good morning, guys. It is 4:09. A little bit earlier today. I usually get up at 4:30, but today we have the run off the bike. So I need to get 2 workouts in before my little guy wakes up. I always do dad duty in the morning, which typically starts around 6:30, 6:45. So in order to be ready for that and completely done with workouts, I need to get up a little bit earlier sometimes. Always start my day with this, a scoop of pre-workout to the face. Sometimes I'll face an extra little half scoop just for an extra little pop. Lately what I've been doing in the mornings, just for a quick little treat, carb source, is down in one of these. This is a raw bar, 24 grams of carbs and 230 calories in a bar. So I eat that. I put both of those down as quickly as possible so I have about 20 minutes to digest a little bit. I'll make my carb mix for the actual workout. So I'm gonna use 2 bottles, a scoop of raw fuel in each of the bottles, which has some electrolytes as well as some additional carbs in there. I'm training the gut to get used to carbs on the bike. That's a process that I'm doing pretty much every time I get on the bike. If I would go on a run, then I would have it in a handheld. If I was at the pool, then I would have it in a bottle on the side of the pool.
Okay, who is you kidding? HOA really thought we was drug dealing. Always been a real one from the beginning. Let me see those hands up high to the ceiling. Can't stop, won't stop, looking like money. Keep it for a rainy day when things ain't sunny. What am I, clown? Tell me how am I funny? I would crash out before my kid go hungry. I mean, who are we kidding? Apollo trying to shift the culture, you trying to fit in. You the scary type, feeling heat in the kitchen. Out of nowhere, go and claim you a Christian? Who are we kidding?
All right, that is a wrap. Hour 20 in the books. Time to run. And it looks like little man is up, so this is gonna be a stroller run, it seems. The boy's getting it in this morning.
Why you need a sign if you send his only son? Treat the game like a marathon, run, force, run. Who are we kidding? Come on, who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Once upon a time in the bluegrass state where some lives.
So, in the books. So it's 10:30. I did not film my entire breakfast series and what exactly that was because this morning was a little bit crazy. We can break that down very simply because I have the same thing pretty much every single day of my life for breakfast. 2 eggs alongside a healthy dose of the cage-free egg whites, alongside whatever protein is in these eggs. So that's my primary protein source after my workouts. If there's ever a lull in my workouts where I can't eat immediately after, then I'm hitting the supplement cabinet and I'm taking a protein drink. Use a couple different protein powders. I have a bunch in there. That's for the quick hit protein needs if I need them after a workout. Otherwise, I'd much prefer to just get it in through Whole Foods. So simultaneously, we're putting the toast in the toaster. I always opt for ideally homemade sourdough bread. Otherwise, I go to the store and try to get the sourdough bread that's not already in the pre-packaged wrap. So once the toast is toasted, the eggs are scrambled. I'm putting avocado on first, layer of avocado on both pieces, always half an avocado, and then I'll put handful of these, cut them up, put them on top. That is breakfast. While we're at it, I'm gonna give you an example of a quick hit lunch. I use the air fryer, and this is that mixed vegetable veggie blend that I mentioned yesterday from the Costco haul. And this is just literally pounds of ground turkey that I made, I wanna say 2 days ago. So I will measure out 1.5 servings to 2 servings of the ground turkey, and then I will go crazy on the vegetables if I'm hungry. Frozen vegetables are relatively cheap, so I'm happy to buy a shit ton of those. And then of course we have the sweet potato cooking in the microwave right now. Not the best way, or my favorite way I should say, to make sweet potatoes, but it's the quick hit way, it's the most efficient way. Trying to eat real quick before my 1 p.m. meeting, so gonna rush to do that, and we'll do a actual meal prep from scratch a little bit later this week. All right guys, it's Wednesday, 10 a.m. Getting a little snacky in before my next session, and I wanted to record this because very controversial bar right here. I've never had one. Never had a David bar in my life. Wifey decided to buy a 6-pack, and she said this flavor was ass. Hot garbage is, I believe, how she described it. It's peanut butter chocolate chunk, which sounds delicious. I've heard a lot of controversy around this bar brand. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. I think they're in lawsuits. Usually, if she doesn't like something because it's too healthy, I'm like, curious to see if we have the same opinion on this. Doesn't smell great. It ain't bad. I thought it was gonna be atrocious. It reminds me of like a Met RX bar. My mom used to get those back in the day. Like, do you remember World's Strongest Man competition? It was sponsored by Met RX. That's what this tastes like. So Wednesdays I have a swim and I have a high intensity run. So I think I have intervals today of 400s. When I have to swim in the mornings and then I have to run in the afternoons, when I can't run first thing in the morning, it's kind of brutal because it's 83 degrees outside right now. It's supposed to get up to, I believe, 98 today. We have a heat wave going on here in North Carolina. So it's gonna be hot as hell in my garage, which is where I have to run intervals right now because I'm not close to a track. I don't have any flat areas, so it's gonna be a doozy. I'm gonna get a few more carbs in prior to hitting this in about an hour or so, and I'll take you guys into the garage with me and we'll see how I hold up in this heat wave we got going on.
A few moments later.
It's fucking hot, so I'm just gonna do it in here in the shaded area. I got my water controlled. I got my kicker headwind fan over there. I got a couple 400 repeats, so let's get into it. This should be about a 55-ish minute run, which I gotta knock out because I have a call in 1 hour, in 3 minutes.
None of my boys is Christian, I'm trying to spin it around. He said his PO was a deacon, I thought he was kidding around. I wasn't laughing at you, I was just thinking out loud.
Well, that was fun. I actually had a blast on that workout. Oh, and this is one of those cases. Next athlete call in 5 minutes. I don't really have time to eat before, so just grab a quick protein drink. Always try to prioritize the protein immediately after the workout as quickly as possible. So I won't be able to eat for about 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna grab a protein shake, drink it on here, take my call on the tread, get a couple steps in, cool down. So today I got a new package in. If you've been following this channel for the last year or so, you followed the Chicago build, you saw me get on the bike trying to get this damn thing, the Wahoo Kicker, to work. I have the new Wahoo V6. Let's set this puppy up. What are you doing with Daddy's shoes? You wanna come be in the movie? Come here. Alright guys, we are about to go to the grocery store. It is Friday evening, July 3rd, 4th of July Eve, some might say. And we are gonna go get some burgers, some dogs, maybe some wings. Get ready to do a little grill session. I'm gonna go ahead and meal prep during the grill session. I'm probably gonna grill some chicken thighs, some veggies, and get rocking for the rest of the weekend and the rest of the week. Ready? Let's go.
What's that shirt say?
Bad day to be a hot dog.
Bad day to be a hot dog.
The Mecca. Oh, we got a rocket ship cart. You gonna help Daddy? All right, check out what we got going on. We got a little bit of redneck yacht club action right here. We got this puppy loaded up. Chicken thighs and wieners. Happy Saturday. I am having my staple high carb meal before my bigger workouts. This right here, Cascadian Farms Blueberry Almond Crunch. So I do 2 cups, I do a cup of coconut milk, and I do a banana in there. So we're almost at 100 carbs just from this right here. It's a perfect start prior to my big workouts, my big long runs, my big long rides, which we have today. Whew. All right, guys, I'm picking up where we left off last night. Protein meal prep for the week, which is grilled chicken, fish, or ground turkey. It's typically my 3 that I rotate between. Got that all done on the grill, so that's all in the fridge. That's the hardest part of the meal prep. Everything else is simple because I microwave my sweet potatoes, which I've already done here. While that's in the microwave for 10 minutes, I put the frozen vegetables, put that in the air fryer. I put a little bit of olive oil spray, plus a little bit of Kinders. Bada boom, bada bing. Like 10, 12 minutes in there, that's ready to go. So 10 minutes, sweet potato, 10 minutes. I just need to add the protein to it. And I have about 4 of these containers full of chicken thighs from yesterday. And I basically take 2 of them, pop, 1, 2, and I'm going to let that finish, put that on the plate, then we'll be ready to rock for lunch. I usually don't do butter on the sweet potato. Sometimes I will if I want to switch it up, but usually do either this Kinder's all-purpose or there is a Kinder's, it's called cowboy butter. That's my favorite by far. But a little bit of seasoning, and this I can just do on repeat. It's not gonna work for everybody. If you have flavor fatigue constantly, you need more variation in your life, I do understand that that doesn't work, but this hits for me literally every single time. And I spend 1 hour doing the actual protein meal prep, and the rest of it takes me 10 minutes to get everything ready. I don't wanna have to cook every day. This is a quick and efficient way for me to know exactly how many calories I'm getting. And like I said, the shit hits every time. And wouldn't you know it, some new shoes from Brooks. Might have been last week. I mentioned that I was hoping to get the new Hyperion Elite 6s in from Brooks, and that was going to be my race day shoe for Augusta for the run section. That might be in one of these boxes. Before we get to that, first, let me show you, I just ran in these. This electric blue colorway is absolutely insane. These are the Brooks Ghost Amps. This is a brand new shoe. Immediately I was like, okay, this is similar to a Vomero. Good energy return, plush and cushy for those everyday runs. I wanted to keep running in them, to be honest, but I only had 20 minutes on the agenda. These will go straight into the rotation for the everyday easy run trainers. Drum roll, please. Hyperion Elite 6s. Keep in mind, neither of these shoes are officially released yet, so they literally say PR marketing sample on the tag here. You guys know I'm a Brooks fanboy, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. When I get a package to my door unexpectedly with 2 new pairs of shoes in them, like how can I not be Brooks' biggest fan? There we go. Everest is gonna help me out in making my world famous smoothie, okay? Antioxidant smoothie. You ready? Don't say no, say yeah. Pound it, let's go. Boom, baby. First we need the blender. It's not gonna be scary because I'm here. We do it together. I know it's loud and scary. It's okay, baby. You want down? Yeah, okay. Everest has abandoned me. Clovis Farms fruit and vegetable organic super smoothie. I put 2 into my smoothies. These are 100 calories each. And that is gonna be the base of the smoothie. 2. Next, my personal favorite ingredient. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Feel free to be a little generous with your tablespoons here. This is the peanut butter that I get from Costco. This is going to sweeten up the smoothie a little bit and also give it a little bit of texture. I throw in 2 dates. I get this big pack of dates, again, from, you guessed it, Costco. This thing will last me like 2 months. They do have pits in them, so you gotta take the pit out, but it's very simple. I use a spoon, take pit out, drop it in, 2 of them. Next, protein powder of your choice. This happens to be a Clean Simple Eats coconut cream protein powder. A simple vanilla would be fine. I've even used peanut butter protein powder in the past, so any of those options work well with this. This is kind of like a PB&J type smoothie, but this gives it a little, I don't know, islandy flair with the coconut that I absolutely love. So 1 scoop of that. And then a couple cups, I use coconut milk. So 2 cups is my personal preference because I like the smoothie to be a little bit thicker. I like to eat my smoothies with a spoon. I know, it's okay. You want to come here? All right. This does scare Everest a little bit, but we're getting used to it. You want me to do it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. It's okay. All right, time to taste test. Should we taste it? Let's do a taste test, see if Ev approves. What do you think? Good? Yummy? You want more? Okay. Yeah, that hits every time. It's a little bit different with the coconut flavor in there. Drink it with the little guy while we watch a little bit of World Cup action. Sunday World Cup. Check out this haircut. I was like, all right, he needs a haircut. Let's just go get him a little boy's cut, right? My wife was like, nah. We're getting him baby mullet. Like, I didn't even know baby mullet was a thing. You like your haircut? Yeah. Yeah, we like it.
No one is scared.
She said, I want to live in a world where there's flavor. The flavor is good enough, and it still hits for me, you know?
Be the perfect caveman. Meat, potato, meat, dairy, bar.
She gives me a hard time about my food choices. She just did her meal prep for the week. And it actually looks phenomenal.
Yeah, because it has flavor and taste.
It has
Style and pizzazz.
flavor, taste, style, pizzazz, everything I'm lacking apparently. She's in a calorie deficit for the last 2 weeks, so now she's counting everything. 3 weeks, she got a scale. I'm very proud of her because she's locking in. So now she knows macros on everything. So let's get into the macros then. 15 grams of protein per cup. And 90 calories per cup. And this I have pretty much, she'll tell you, every night. It does have great macros for yogurt. One of the reasons I like this particular brand and I like to do 2 cups of this is because it's sweet on its own. You don't need to add honey or anything else. You don't even need to add granola. 1 cup of frozen fruit, and that's literally it. She made a Big Mac tortilla?
Wrap. Big Mac.
Big Mac wrap. A lot of mustard in there.
The sauce is homemade and it replicates the Big Mac sauce.
How is it?
It's so good. I just wish it wasn't so tiny.
Yeah, small serving size. Not as good as this though.